Hello friends, welcome to our English World through English, Class 10. As you all know, we were doing Unit 1, that is Personality Development, right? So today we are going to do Reading C of that unit. And what is Reading C of Unit 1? It is I will do it. And what is this I'll do it? It is about this short man and a great successful man, icon of India, about his life and success journey. Who wrote this? This lady. This lady is the writer of this text. And who is this lady? Let us know. Yes, she is Sudha Murthy. Sudha Murthy, really a simple lady, a lady who believes in reality and who lives a simple life, being at a great successful place. Now let's know about her. She is wife of N R Narayana Murthy. Who is this Narayana Murthy? Yeah, that short man about whom we are going to read now in this session. He is N R Narayana Murthy and she is his wife, and she wrote a success story of her husband. And this lady is an Indian social worker and author too. Yes, it's very clear that she is an author. Then we are able to read her writing now. And next, she is the chairperson of the Emphasis Foundation, charity foundation. Okay, not of Emphasis Company. Right, she was never been chairperson of Emphasis Company, but she is a chairperson for the Emphasis Foundations. Okay, and she founded several orphanages. She loved to help the people, and her most interesting part of professions or journeys is teaching. She loves teaching computer science to the students. And how did she begin her professional career? She was an engineer student. She is an engineer student, and she began her professional career as a computer scientist and an engineer. And she is the first lady appointed to Tata Company. She her application when she wanted to join Tata Company as an engineer, it was rejected. But she fought with Tata, and she got into that company, and there she started her career as a computer scientist as well as an engineer, right? So let's know some more about this lady, this simple lady. She is very passionate of helping people. I mean, she always loved to help people and be with people. As a part of it, she participated in rural development efforts. That is, she always helped on name of Emphasis foundations, development foundations or charity foundations to the rural development. Her concentration was always on rural areas. She always placed her efforts to develop the rural areas. And as a part of this, she supported the movement to provide all Karnataka government schools with computers. So they established they donated and established computer labs in all Karnataka government schools. And also they arranged they donated, facilitated government schools with libraries. Okay, about of this, she has taken our Indian literature and classical writings of India to Harvard University too. The Murthy Classical Library of India is also established at Howard University by this lady. And see, she has, and we all know that she's a writer, she's an author. So what she wrote, what kind of writings did she make? She composed a fiction story, that is Dollar Sosa. Dollar Sosa means Dollar Bahu, which has been telecasted in a TV as a television serial, small screen serial, under the name Dollar Bahu in Hindi. It was very famous, and she has made all her writings by sharing her life journey experiences. See, while serving people, or as a part of that foundation work, wherever she went, whomever she met, what kind of experience she had, and what changes she made basing on that experience has been narrated in her books. And this is Dollar Bahu is a fictional writing, and I would like to share some of her writings. The Day I Stopped Drinking Milk, really it is a good collection of books. And then 3000 Stitches, How the Sea Became Salty, and more books like Wise and Otherwise, The Upside Down King, The Man from the Egg. Really, there are many excellent books written by her, and we enjoy reading those books, and it will be in simple language, and it helps us to enrich our language skills also. So here, whatever we have, this present story is a selection from one of her most successful stories, that is yes, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, and other stories. From that book, this text has been extracted. Okay, so this is about author. Now this is the couple, always smiling couple, and best couple, who has been inspiration and motivation to the people of world, we can say. Yes, he is Narayana Murthy, about whom we are going to talk, and he is Nagavara Ramarao Narayana Murthy, N R Narayana Murthy, and he is the founder of Infosys. Okay, that is a leading information technology company. Infosys is the leading information technology company in the world itself. Okay, so let's know some briefly about this man. We can say not only this man, both the people, Sudha Murthy and Narayana Murthy, are the icons of this, that is simplicity, uncompromising quality, and also fairness in their work, and both are philanthropists. So both, though they are millionaires, we can say, they always been simple, and they never compromised in quality, and they were always fair in their works. And top of all, they are the philanthropists. That is about them. And now we are going into the text to read a bit about this boy. He is N R Narayana Murthy. Okay, so let's go into text in detail. Now, yes, what is our text today? I'll do it. I will do it. And here the text starts. Right, here it is about this man. He was shocked. About the boy. He was a boy. When he was a boy, we are talking about. He was short. He was sharp. He was the brightest boy in his class. Okay, and his seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. So that proves that the senior students of the school used to ask him to help them in solving the difficulties or problems of the science. So it proves the talent or intelligence of this boy. And see, he could have gone unnoticed in the crowd, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. So what does it mean? So, gone unnoticed in the crowd. He is an introvert. Narayana Murthy, though he be in the crowd, he was unnoticed man. He never be loud and mingle with the people, like talk and never talk at him. So nobody noticed him. He was calm and silent, observing the people as if he was in some dreams. But if anybody comes to him and asks a question related to physics or maths, we can see a spark in eyes. Mean he'll be very happy, jump and start to talk about it. So that is his passion towards the subject. Okay, and such a talented boy, such a brilliant boy he was. He could grasp the theories of science faster than speed of light. What is speed of light? 186,000 millions of speed. Miles, 186,000 miles per second is the speed of light, and faster than that speed he would get the theory of science. Okay, so that means he just imagines, get involved in the content what was discussed, and he used to grasp it fast as possible. So that is his intelligence. And let us know a bit about his family. Okay, so such a brilliant boy was not born with silver spoon. He came from a poor but educated family. His father was a high school teacher and an avid reader of English literature. As father as a high school teacher, it's very clear that the family will be under a good guidance. So similarly, he, as a brilliant boy and from an educated family, like all other boys in the class, was trying to get admission into some engineering college. That's very clear. When the family is educated, they dream high for the children even. May the family dream, or may that boy also. So as all his classmates or schoolmates were in thought of getting admission to some engineering college, he also liked to have an admission to an engineering college. What kind of engineering college? Which engineering college? No, IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, the top engineering colleges, Bombay, Kharagpur. So IIT college they like to have. IIT Madras is their dream. Okay, so that's true. The brighter ones wanted to study in the Indian Institute of Technology, or that we call as IITs. They always dream to get admission to IITs. It's common even today. If they are a bit good in studies, parents, teachers, everybody dream to get them into IIT. So there was an IIT entrance test. To get into that college, they have to write entrance test. We have to write entrance test. Now we'll go for coaching, we'll have lot of material, and we work hard always with the guidance of teachers, trainers, coaches, and then we go for exam. We'll write n number of tests before going to that. But how these people did you see? This boy, along with his friends, applied to appear for the test. How their preparation has gone. They did not have any special books or coaching. How then is it possible to get it? This is the place where they got coaching. Coaching means self-coaching. All these IIT aspirants mean the people who desire to have it. A burning desire to have that. So that is called as aspirants. Aspirants, the one who dream to have it, would sit below the shade of the stone mandap close to Chamundi Hills in the sleepy town of Mysore. Okay, so and what they did, they started to prepare. Who is guiding them? He was the one guiding others. Okay, while the others struggled to solve the problems in the question paper, he would smile shyly and solve them in no time. See, he would smile shyly. He knew everything, but that pride was not expressed anywhere. He would, he liked to help them, but there is some, as he is an introvert, he was not so free and comfortable, but he loves to solve the problem, so he start to solve the problem and others learn from him. That's the way how he helped his friends. And the day has come, they went for the entrance, right? So when other people are preparing for the exam, what this boy did, he sat under a tree and always dreamt of studying at IIT. He just looking into the sky, he used to feel that as if he's entering into the IIT college and sitting there and talking to the faculty and what we call as if he's doing that. This is the real quality of a successful person. They dream of their success well in advance and put all those into action, right? So it was the ultimate aim for any bright boy at that age, as it still is today. Yeah, that's clear. Even today, everybody desires to join IIT institutions. And he was just 16 years old at that moment. 16 in sense, I think will be at class 10. But he did his plus 2 and he was about to take IIT. Right? So, what happened? The day has come. D-Day came. D-Day in sense, the important day. What is the important day? D-Day we are talking here about? Entrance test day. Okay, so he came to Bangalore, stayed with some relatives and appeared for the entrance test, right? Then when he came out of the hall after completing the entrance test, somebody asked him, how did you do your test? He said, okay. He said, okay. But how he did his test? He did very well. When he did his test very well, he said, okay. And if he did his test okay, he used to say bad. He used to say bad. That is in case of his performance during in exams or while test. But when we come to food prepared by somebody or the food that he had, how he would respond, you see. It was absolutely opposite to that. How? When he said okay about the food, it implies it's bad. If the food is absolutely bad, he will say okay. And he said good when it is okay. When the food is okay, somewhat tasty, and we can accept it, then he'll say good. And if the food is good, he'll say excellent, very delicious. So why? So it is about somebody's, and he never wanted to hurt anybody. That is his principle. His principle was never to hurt anybody. As the food is prepared by somebody, he doesn't like to hurt them. So he used to say that. Whereas test appearing for exam or performing in the test is his own. So he doesn't like to boost himself. Right. So, and next, here the IIT exam entrance results has come. Right. So, what happened? He had passed with a high rank. Obviously, he has to, because he is such a brilliant boy. and he has got good score. Now, what a delight for that student. Yeah, it's really a fest for everybody. The boy who works hard, right? He was thrilled because he was dreaming, and his dream is about to be true. He went to his father, who was reading a newspaper. Yeah, the father was the first person with whom we share our success. So he rushed to his father, and the father was sitting in a chair and reading newspaper. And he said, "Anna, I have passed the exam." He was so excited. And the father said, "Well done, my boy." Right. And what do we expect next? "I want to join IIT." Happily he shared with his father. And his father stopped reading the newspaper. He lifted his head, looked at the boy, and said with a heavy voice, "My son, you are a bright boy. You know our financial position. I have 5 daughters to be married off and 3 sons to educate. I am a salaried person. I can't afford your expenses at IIT. You can stay in Mysore and study as much as you want." So really, it's very disappointing to that boy. And not only that, even to that father. Indeed, it was a difficult situation for any father to say no to his bright student, but he was helpless. Circumstances were like that, right? So, father was also disappointed. Even the child was disappointed. It was common then for a man to be a single earning member with a large family dependent on him. Yeah, this disappointment or this kind of excuse is common for any single earning person of a large family. Father was sad to tell this bitter truth to his son, and even son was so. But father was helpless. He couldn't help the boy, and really this son is good enough. He said, "I understand." The boy had understood the reality. Okay, so he agreed with the father and he made up his mind. But somewhere it was disappointing, and it seemed his dreams had burnt to ashes. That's true. He was dreaming to enter into the IIT college, and now he can't enter into it. So his all dreams burnt to ashes, mean collapsed, erased out. That's what he felt at that moment. He was so near to fulfill his fondest hope. At now, so far, till now, he was so. But his heart sank in sorrow now. He was too disappointed. And he did not reply. He just said okay to his father, and he just kept calm. Why? Because he was an introvert by nature. Introvert, I already made it clear. Introvert in sense, the one who won't speak a lot, or a person, a quiet person, we can say calm going person, who is interested in his or her own thoughts and in his own feelings. So he is an introvert by nature. So he didn't speak anything. Actually, from inside, deep in his heart, he was bleeding. Heart was bleeding. In sense, he was really feeling very panic, painful. But he did not get angry with anybody. What a wonderful nature. He was suffering himself. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anybody. And he was just troubling himself. And finally the day has come. Which day? Exam day has gone. Results has come. And what day? Which day we are talking about here? Yeah. People are moving. His classmates were leaving for Madras to join IIT college. Right? So they were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. As a friend, as a classmate, he has to go to the railway station to bid them goodbye or see you, right? So they have shared good years in school and college together. So he went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future life. And at the station, what happened? His friends were already there before he reached the station. They were excited and they are talking loudly to each other. Yeah, it's common, as if they are going to start new kind of life, new kind of education, and their dream has come true. They are going to step into a IIT college. The noise was like chipping of birds at the station, and they were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. It was not part of it, so he stood there silent. And he was looking into the clouds. One of his friends noticed and said, "You should have made it." What does it mean? You must have convinced your father and you must have come with us and joined the IIT college. So you should have made it in sense, you should have made your father, convinced your father, and you should have joined the institution and continue our studies at IIT. So he did not reply to that boy. He said just best of luck to all of them, and he waved them when the train was slowly leaving the station platform, and he stood all alone there, and as long as the train was there and he could no longer see the train or waving hands, so he stood silent, left the station. It was that in June of 1962 in the Mysore city. Really, it was a monsoon season and the weather has changed. It was getting dark. People left from the station. He left the station too, walking towards, and it had started to drizzle. He didn't run for the shelter. He stood there motionless because he was disappointed. He was depressed. He said to himself, without anger or jealousy, yes, he's convincing this, all students from the IITs study well and do big things in life. So, but it is not the institution. Ultimately, it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. Exactly right. That is not the institution which made them successful. It is they who made themselves successful. So he understood the inner sense of it, and he realized that it is not the institution who is going to make it successful. It is he himself alone can change his life by hard work, and he started that. Yes, this is probably from Bhagavad Gita. Probably he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Your best friend is yourself, and your worst enemy is yourself. If you get disappointed, you're gone. If you encourage yourself and start working hard, then you'll be successful. That is the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And taking this philosophy, later he worked very hard and focused on one thing, never bothering about his personal life or efforts. Only one thing, to become a computer engineer. He shared his wealth with others. He never used the help of any caste, community, or political connections to grow up in his life. And finally, a son of a school teacher showed other Indians it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. A school teacher's son has become a successful CEO or a founder of a company, that is a IT company. Okay, so he has built a team who had equally good qualities, and then started to work with them, and he became a pioneer of India's software industry and started the information technology wave. So today we can do this just because of his findings. It is possible because of this short man. Today he has become an icon of simplicity, uncompromising quality, and fairness, apart from being a philanthropist. Who is this man? He really believed in the motto, what is that? Powered by intellect and driven by values. That's true, and it suits him well even. He is powered by his intellect and he was driven by his values. So if you once you give up your values, you can't get back and you will be nothing. Will be nothing once if we give up our values, and it's really difficult to hold with the values. Who is this great man? None other than Nagavara Rama Rao Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys, a leading IT company in the world about which we are talking. Right. So friends, so there ends our discussion. And it is the time for assignment. What assignment we have to take? Yeah. Narayana Murthy scored excellent marks in IIT entrance exam. So he went to his father to convey the message and take permission to join IIT college. Okay. Now write a possible conversation between Narayana Murthy and his father. Okay. And share it with your teachers to get reviews on it. Thank you, friends. So there ends our session now. Thank you all. See you again in the next session.